And we are back with the final part of the Coco only challenge. Yeah, I consider this the final part of the challenge. I did Crash Bandicoot 4 with just Coco, leaving out only a total of 14 levels we couldn't beat as her due to, you know, all those levels being different characters. Crash Bandicoot 1 only required us to miss 2 levels, which pushed our total to 16 levels you can't beat as Coco. And then previously in Crash Bandicoot 2, we couldn't beat 6 levels, which pushes our total to 22 levels we cannot beat as Coco. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to Crash Bandicoot 3, mainly because this is the game that has that infamous Hot Coco level that I got really stuck on when I was going for 100% completion. And yeah, Hot Coco is a level that you have to access through another level, and there is more levels that you obviously can't beat as Coco. So yeah, not looking forward to this, but let's do it anyway. It's time to wrap up this once and for all. Let's wrap this up once and for all and try to beat Crash Bandicoot 3 just playing as Coco. So it's time for the first stage, Toad Village. So Coco, so we now have more abilities in this game. We have a Death Tornado Spin, and we can double jump. Yeah, that stage ain't too bad. It's pretty easy. So stage 2, Under Pressure, we cannot do because Coco, for some reason, can't swim, even though Crash can. Pretty weird. So we got to jump to stage 3. Since we can't do stage 2, we got to jump to stage 3. Basically, the levels where you can play. Dang, YouTube not sending out a notification. Not surprised that YouTube would not do that. Whoops. Trying to rush these stages on Pura? Yeah, Pura is her name. Is not entirely fun. Oh man, wow. Isn't it funny that Kalani Jordan is better than Carmelo Hayes? Mallory gets outshined by his girl. I mean, it's not that major. It's not that big of a surprise, to be honest. Of course, she's better than him because at least she's not, you know, boring like him. All right, so we've already faced our first issue in World 1. We got a level we couldn't play, so got to move on to Boneyard. So our total of the levels that we can't beat as Coco has now gone up to 23. Because by the time we ended it on Crash 2, it was 22 stages. Oh yay, it's time for another chase level. So she can't do the bosses in this game. Not all of them. She can only fight Engine. She can only fight Engine in this game. So she can't fight Tiny, Dingodile, Entropy, and Cortex. She can only fight Engine in this game. Oh wow, okay. But as I said, as I said before, I'm not counting the bosses. But as I said before, I'm not counting the bosses as actual stages that Coco can't do, because I think that'd just be a bit unfair. So I'm just only counting the actual stages. Dang it, I wanted to hear you sing that Dingo style song while doing his fight. Yeah, it's unfortunate she can't battle Dingo. The only game where she can fight every boss is Crash Bandicoot 4. And Dingodile's a good guy in that game. I am not looking forward to doing Hot Coco. Because I'm pretty sure many of you may remember. Oh, great! I'm pretty sure many of you might remember my Hot Coco experience with this game because of how this stupid jet ski controls. No, Sean. No, Sean. I won't stop having Chelsea Green appear on NXT because Chelsea Green equals ratings. What? Nia Jax shouldn't be appearing on NXT either, but she is. And no surprise she beat Lash Legend. No surprise at all. They never have the main roster people put over anyone. Ah! Sarcasm. Yes, obviously sarcasm. I don't know what it is about these stages. I just don't. I never had an issue with them. Oh, there's fake Crash. There's fake Crash over here. Didn't notice him there the first time. But yeah, I just don't know what it is at these levels. I never had an issue with them in the PS1. In the PS1 version, this jet ski controls perfectly fine, but for some bizarre reason, Vicarious Visions just decided to make this thing completely annoying to control. What, do they actually think jet skis are that difficult to control? I just don't get it. Stage 6, Gee Whiz. Yeah, we got more abilities to our disposal now. We can double jump. We can do a death tornado spin. So we've got more abilities to work with. And Coco can even use the fruit bazooka. I am so glad she can use the fruit bazooka because she could not use it in the in the original PS1 version, which, you know, she wasn't playable outside of her ski levels and the Pura stages. But she was playable in Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, and you had the fruit bazooka in that game, and she couldn't use it then. So I'm actually really glad they finally let her use it. Stage 7, Hang 'em High. Nope, that was unfortunate. Is this the one with the gem glitch? Yes, Hang 'em High is the level with the gem glitch, where you can perform a glitch, but only works on the original PS1 version. You can't perform it on the Sane Trilogy version. Since I've already got the gem, because this is my 100% completed save file. Oh, sorry, 103%. Which apparently I'm missing 2 gems, even though I got the true ending. Alright, so over here is where... Alright, so this little spot over here. This little opening here. So this little opening here is where you would normally see the yellow gem. Since it only works in the original PS1 version, I can't show you how to do it, but I guess I can demonstrate it. You'd have to jump on this thing, double jump up, hit that crate. You would have to like double jump up, hit that crate, and then do like the Death Tornado spin out of bounds. And then do the Death Tornado spin like that, and then it would drag you out of bounds, which You can't do that in this version. They completely patched it out. Which is very unfortunate, but hey, I guess I can understand why. JC is defending against Ash and Marsha at Heatwave. What? Wow! Wow! I cannot. Wow! Ash by Elegance is getting on an NXT pay-per-view. Never thought I'd see that. No! 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 Don't switch to Crash. Have one of them win the NXT title to make things interesting, but that's not going to happen. Make things more interesting by having one of them win the NXT women's title, but that's not going to happen. WWE have to dominate. They have to dominate the partnership. They can't let one of their titles go to TNA. Open! Showing a little bit of being a little impatient, I guess. God, I remember I remember 100 trying to go for everything was a real pain in the ass when I did this the first time. It's for the TNA Knockouts title, not for the NXT Women's. Well, then have one of them win the TNA Knockouts title then. Because honestly, I don't like seeing TNA not being allowed to have their own titles. I just think it's stupid. For the first time ever, the TNA Knockouts title's being defended at an NXT pay-per-view because we like to brag about first times in WWE. We like to brag about first time ever, historic moments. Well, I'm impressed I did that in one try. I'm actually impressed. Dynamite! TNT! Dynamite! I think this is the level that I think this is the level where I have to go and find hot cocoa. I can't remember. I remember one stage that was like this, is where you had to unlock hot cocoa. Not looking forward to doing that stage. I wish people wouldn't start the rumors, but there's rumors going around apparently that Naomi is pregnant. I did see a report saying she will be gone for a long time. Well, of course people are gonna start those kinds of rumors. Ah! I got steamed! Then I got burned! Oh god, these fishes. Excuse me, sir, I was nowhere near the flame. So, don't know how that counted. At least she can ride on baby T. So at least that kind of makes me confident that I could do the T-Rex level. But the thing is, I'm gonna have to remember how to unlock them again. It's time to run away again. There we go. Triceratops must chase Bandicoot. Yep, pretty much. Deep Trouble, another underwater stage we can't do. And now it's time for High Time. Yeah. It's time for another Egypt level. I'm pretty sure I pressed square when that happened, but okay. Had a pot dropped on my head. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm just playing terribly right now. It's kind of funny how you. It's kind of funny how you brought up the Harry Potter thing to me yesterday, Sean. Because I saw this thing. Because I saw a few videos, which was actually quite interesting, where a guy was talking about some what if scenarios that would happen in the Harry Potter universe. Like, what would happen if one of the Weasleys ended up in Slytherin, or if Hermione was a dumbass and she actually wasn't, like, or if she was a complete utter dumbass and not the smartest girl in school, or what would have happened if Harry was besties with Draco and all that shit. I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny. And I was just like, huh, of course, that would be the first thing you'd think of. Oh, let's turn the smartest person in the whole series into a dumbass. I was like, huh, not surprised that would be the first thing someone would have thought of. Oh, God! Stupid monkey! At least I think that's a monkey. Yes, indeed, that is a monkey. I keep hitting the TNT like an absolute moron. Now I'm the dumber. Now I'm the idiot. There we go. That's more like it. Let's hang 'em high. Road crash cannot do. And then we've got double header. Oh, there's a hidden stage in oh, there's a. Makes sense. Harry was a Gryffindor. His parents and Sirius were Gryffindors. Yeah. And so were all the Weasleys, apparently. So were all the Weasleys, apparently. They were all in Slytherin. They were all Gryffindors as well. Which is why someone did a what if of what would have happened if Ginny Weasley ended up in Slytherin. I was like, huh, that would be interesting. Like, I don't think Ron would have liked that very much. Hermione was originally going to be in Ravenclaw. That would have been interesting. Get out of here, wizard man. You're not turning me into a frog. I mean, only princes can be turned into frogs. I don't think... Oh, okay. Well, if you're in Slytherin, you're considered a bad person. Isn't that supposed to be the point of Slytherin? Like, you're a bad person? You're gonna be a Death Eater or something? I didn't even know, whoa! I didn't know Voldemort's real name was Tom Riddle. And because then I thought to myself, ah, so that's why the whole diary exists. I was like, ah, so I guess that's why the diary thing was a thing, because he's technically Tom Riddle. Snape was a Slytherin and he wasn't a bad person. Well, he's viewed as one in the movies because he's always a dick to everyone. But yeah, but yeah, I guess so. Oh! Whoa! I cannot believe I saved myself! I cannot believe that worked! Oh my god, I cannot believe that worked! I should have been dead from that. Oh, that is funny. He just hated Harry's dad. Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, true. Because he also had a thing for Lily James, Harry's mum. Thankfully, we can play. Thankfully, these levels you can play as either Crash or Coco. So, which I kind of wish that was the experimental thing they did more often. You know, let you play levels as both characters. Even if they don't fit in the theme, even if they wouldn't fit in that theme. I never liked these levels, these are kind of boring, but hey, Coco can do them, so we gotta play them. And, hang on. I almost walked out of the world. Yeah, bye-bye Blims. Yeah, so we're up to stage 18. Tell no tales. I almost walked out as if like I was done here. Should I do the engine boss fight since this is the only one she can technically do? Yeah, you know what, I will. I'll fight engine. You know what, I will. I'll fight engine. Just since she can actually do that one. Since she can actually do it, I'll do it. Would you want a Crash game where you play as all three, Crash, Coco, and Crunch? Yeah, I would, because Crunch has never been playable. He's never been a playable character. He was originally a boss in Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. He was originally a villain in that game because Cortex possessed him. The only time you play as Crunch are just in racing games. So I would definitely like a Crash game where you could play as all three. Show off what Crunch can actually do for a change. Because Crunch is only playable in racing games. It's kind of a missed opportunity to not have Crunch in Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Ugh! Eee! All about making waves, because that's the name of the stage. Oh, really? I thought I was safe. Oh, going out here is just getting more boxes. Gotta stick to the path. Yeah. Oh God! That's what I mean. The turning curve on this thing is so irritating. That very same person that did those what if scenarios on Harry Potter, he also has gone over saying that he doesn't like the movie versions all that much. He actually prefers the books. Oh God. Now, to be fair, I never read any of the books. I always watched the movies. But yeah, he actually prefers a lot of the events from the books instead of the films, because he felt like the films didn't do a good job of recreating stuff from the books. I guess it just depends on your taste, really. I mean, here's the thing. Oh, okay, good. I had an Aku to protect me then. Like, if that's the case, then I really should have been all like, oh, well, Pokemon didn't do a good job with the anime because, oh, they didn't introduce Leaf, who is supposed to be related to Ash, and she's a book-only character. And a video game character only. She's a book and video game character only, you know? Even if Leaf is related to Ash or not, but I'm just saying as an example. There we go. God, God, those levels, man. Those levels, man. Okay. Future Frenzy. I thought you told me she was in the anime, Leaf. Is she canon then? She's not in the anime. She's in the books and video games only. If she was in the anime, then oh God, then I would have shown you episodes of her. The Pokemon Evolution thing I showed you, that's based on the video games. The thing that happened with the thing that I told you about Luzamine and Lily did happen in the anime. Weird that Lance is a dragon type specialist, Ash in Leaf and his uncle, unless it's a different Lance. I think it's the exact same Lance. But yeah, the whole story I told you about Lily and her mum, that is true. That is canon to the anime. Ah, I missed the Aku. That is canon. That happens in the show. But they toned it down a little bit. They toned it down a little bit in the anime because they didn't want to make Luzamine look like an abusive mother. Lily still didn't like Luzamine, but they toned it down just slightly in the anime. And Luzamine was still obsessed with trying to find her husband, like in the video games. And trying to get the Ultra Beasts, like in the games. So they kept what happened with Luzamine and Lily canon, but just made small adjustments to it. To not make Luzamine look like an abusive mother. That's the only thing they changed. I don't know, maybe they thought they'd get in hot water if they made her look like an abusive parent. Like, oh, they can get away with it in the video games because it's just a game. Oh, we're playing Tomb Raider now. What a reference to Tomb Raider. What a beautiful reference to Tomb Raider. I mean, come on, you can't tell me that the name Tomb Raider is not a reference to Tomb Raider. Oh! How did I miss? Wow. Remember when I told you in the manga that evil Bakura kills Pegasus? They completely changed that in the anime to Pegasus living because evil Bakura still got Pegasus' Millennium Eye. Yeah, you did tell me that. Because killing someone in an anime wouldn't look good. Because you wouldn't want to kill off a character in it. Oh, jeez. Because killing off a character in an anime, ooh, would not look good. So yeah, that is also a good example of what I told you about with Luzamine and Lily. They still kept everything accurate. Yet Dragon Ball Z does it all the time. Well, to be fair, they were gonna kill Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, but I recently learned that Akira Toriyama never liked Vegeta and he wanted to kill him off at the end of the Saiyan saga. But it was his writer, but one of his writers and all the fans liked Vegeta. So they were pretty much telling Toriyama to keep Vegeta around. So he initially wanted to kill Vegeta. Oh wow, I cannot believe I saved myself. Thought I was dead then. So Dragon Ball Z could have been, Dragon Ball could have been completely different if if Toriyama had his way and Vegeta was dead. Alright, all those stages are done, so now we will actually do the engine boss fight, since this is the only one Coco can do in the Sane Trilogy. So I'll be generous and do this, and just do this boss fight. mean, hell, we have a Crash game where you can. I mean, hell, hell, we even have a Crash game where you can play as Nina, and that is Crash Twinsanity. You can play as Nina briefly in Crash Twinsanity. Just think about that. Yeah, in the show Supernova, the Angel Castiel was supposed to be killed off permanently, but he was liked by the fans and viewers, so they kept him alive. And it was the same thing with Vegeta. Toriyama wanted him gone, but people liked Vegeta, so they told him to keep him around. I guess you can say that's why he always poorly writes Vegeta in a shitty way, because he's like, well, I don't like Vegeta, so I'll have him be the reason so much terrible shit happens. I don't like Vegeta, so I'll make him the reason Cell becomes perfect. Open up! There you go. Then Toriyama killed Vegeta in the Namek Saga, but he was brought back to life. But he wanted him dead permanently in the Saiyan Saga, but... And there you go, that's the engine boss fight. That's the only boss fight Coco can do, which is very unfortunate. Gone tomorrow. Maybe I should have just done all the boss fights in Crash 4. I only basically did, I think I only, yeah, I did like only, oh wow, I only did 2 when I did the Crash 4 run. Knowing how Coco doesn't get to do many boss fights. Oh well. Can't change what's already been done. Do 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 bam 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 bam. Okay. That's a little annoying, but okay. Gotta take advantage of the Death Tornado spin sometimes. Dude. I also love how in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi goes out of his way to save Kaiba and Mokuba, despite how much Kaiba is an asshole. even though like he's a complete utter asshole, it just makes me be all like, it just makes me like, why? What's even the point? Like, is he ever gonna thank you? Like, come on, like, he's a dick. He's an asshole. Like, is he ever gonna thank you for that? And guess what? He doesn't. He doesn't even thank Yugi for saving his life, bringing him back from the prison that Pegasus had him in. And I'm just like, see, what's the point in doing it? What's the point in doing that if they're not even gonna feel grateful? If he's not even gonna be grateful for it? Yugi went out of his way, risked potentially being sealed away in a card along with him and his grandfather, and not once he's like, thanks, Yugi. Thanks to you, me and my brother can at least live a normal life. I mean, sure, he can still be an asshole, but at least, I mean, sure, he can still be a dick if he wants, but at least thank Yugi for being able to free you and your brother from your prison. To me, it wouldn't feel worth it. Oh, come on. Pegasus wanted the Millennium Eye to bring back his wife. Is that really evil? Well, apparently apparently it is. In the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess it would be considered evil. I mean, he was sealing people away in cards. Let's not forget, he was sealing people away. What? That didn't touch me. I am very confident that that guy did not touch me. I had to explain to someone why Yugi didn't keep the prize money after Duelist Kingdom. Yes, could have been selfish and kept the money, but he was a really good friend and gave it to Joey. You know, it kind of made you wonder. His sister. Yeah, it was more to save. Yeah, it was more to save his sister, but again, it just makes you wonder, like, oh, if you, like, it feels like that was planned all along, that Yugi was gonna win the whole tournament, and then he was gonna be all like, nah, I don't want the money, I'll give it to Joey. That kind of felt like it was planned from the beginning. Like, you kind of knew that's what the end game was gonna be. Oh! He turned around the last second. Oh, get the checkpoint, please. Thank you. Good job, Coco. Because that would have been horrible. That would have been horrible if I missed it. Oh. I'm so used to that Crash 4 double jump where you can fall halfway and then still jump. So, for some reason, I think... I mean, yes, trying to bring back his wife wasn't evil, but what he was doing was considered evil. For some weird reason, I keep thinking that the Flaming Passion, Mad Bombers, and then Bug Light. Alright, so now we gotta do another one of these boring stages. Shoot down the bombers! Shoot down the mad bombers! Kaiba not thanking Yugi for saving his life kind of reminded me of it kind of reminded me of when Champa refused to thank Beerus for helping him bring back his Earth, for starters, and when he revived them from in the Tournament of Power. Like, both times when Beerus was actually a good brother and cared about his brother's existence, he was like, I'm not gonna say thank you, brother. And I'm like, geez, at least be grateful that Beerus brought you back. He did thank him before they left the Duelist Kingdom Island, but then becomes a jerk and obsessed with getting his #1 status. Well, at least he did. Like, you thought, like, maybe that could have been a sign. Maybe Kaiba could have shown a little bit of a... Maybe shown a little bit of compassion, but no, he becomes worse. He just becomes worse as the season goes on. If Joey dies, he dies. It's pretty much the same thing as Vegeta. Like, Vegeta begs Goku to beat Frieza, but then after Goku achieves in beating Frieza, then Vegeta then becomes obsessed with wanting to be better than Goku and becomes Super Saiyan. Plug it up! Don't forget, he lets a rare hunter cheat against Yugi. Yeah, and that too. Yeah, I'm willing to let a rare hunter cheat in my tournament just because I hate Yu-Gi-Moto. Okay, so I need to work out how to get to Coco again. Actually, wait, before I do that, before I do that, I'll do the bonus stages. Ski Crazed and the other one. Rings of Power, I think the other one's called. I think the last one's called. But yeah, I'll do this and I'll do this, Rings of Power, and then I will try to remember how to open Hot Coco up, because you can't access that from the warp room. You have to access it from a level. Do 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 do. I'm gonna let I won't care if Joey dies in my tournament, but I'm also gonna allow a rare hunter to cheat because I was humiliated. So I'll let Yugi suffer the same fate. I don't care. That's like if Heihachi allowed some That's like if Heihachi allowed some overpowered being from another universe comes in and competes in the King of Iron Fist tournament, and then he just lets this overpowered guy fight in his tournament because he would think, ooh, I like to see Kazuya or Jin Kazama try and beat them, you know? Oh! Right at the end, are you kidding me? Don't look at me like that, Coco. That's just the gem route. That's just the gem route. Can't do Area 51. That's just an extra that's the same level, but just with extra stuff in it. Rings of Power. What? No, I don't want to do the time relic. Well, actually, technically, Heihachi does do what I said. He allows Ogre to participate. Oh no! I didn't mean to miss that. Ugh. Well, at least I can go back for it, at least. Oh my god. Get back on track. Let's get back on track, Coco. This thing is really annoying to control. I don't know why. I don't know why this plane is so weird to control in this stage. I don't even know what the requirement is to get the other gem in this stage. Oh, I missed one ring. Oh. Alright, it's this one. Winner gets... Oh! Oh! I have to come in first place to get the other gem. Well, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. That just sounds like a weird level to try and do that on. So, I know it's up to me, but would you rather, if I do the DLC, since this is your 100% save file, shouldn't Coco be unlocked? Yeah, but you have to access it through another level. It's not a level you can just go to in the warp room. It's not a level you can just do and you can just go look for in the warp room. So what I was about to suggest before you asked me that question, should I go and do Hot Coco now, or just do the DLC level? Or should I just do the DLC level Future Tense now and then do Hot Coco last? So what do you think? Hot Coco first and the DLC level last, or the DLC level for last? Or the DLC level first and then Hot Coco last? I mean, I will still do the Dingo Dial. I will still go to Dingo Dial after this and, you know, quickly do his boss fight, but I will have to do it as Crash, because poor old Coco can't do it, which is a darn shame. Coco's phone really likes to ring. Alright, we'll do Future Tense then. At least I think Future Tense is slightly easier than Hot Coco. Whoa! I say that and I immediately run into the flaming beam. I almost run into the fire beam. I'm only gonna do Hot Coco last because I just think it's a hard level. And honestly it is. And honestly it really is. I mean, it wouldn't even be... I don't even think it would be that bad in the PS1 version. Was this level free or did you have to buy it? The DLC stages for Crash all were free. You didn't have to pay. You didn't have to pay for them. Stormy Ascent and this one were all free. Oh wow! I almost... There we go. Yay! Future tense done in one try. That is something I don't think I've ever done before. And honestly, I'm glad they made these DLC levels for free, because if I had to pay for them, it would just be really annoying. Now, if my memory serves me right, I think we need to go to Dynamite to go find Hot Coco. Stormy Ascent. Yep, Stormy Ascent. Yep, that was for free. Yep, Stormy Ascent was a DLC stage. You could technically play Stormy Ascent on the PS1 on the PS1 version, but you had to hack your game. You literally had to hack your game. What? I jumped over you. That's a little pain. That's a little bit of a pain in the neck. Oh my god, I didn't see that. That's irritating. Hey Isabel. I'm doing alright. Was an Everstone used in the Pokemon anime? Yes. Dawn's Piplup used it because it didn't want to evolve. Dawn used it on her Piplup because Piplup didn't want to evolve. And Ash's Rowlet ate one. And Ash's Rowlet ate one, so it could never evolve. And I also think Ash's Bulbasaur also had one because Bulbasaur didn't want to evolve either. Oh, I missed it! I think it's one of the pterodactyls you gotta jump on. Excuse me, why won't you... Weird. Oh, this takes me to the Rex level. Oh, this takes me to the Rex level. Oh, Coco can do this as well. I thought this took me to Hot Coco. Oh, I think it's the racing stage that takes me to Hot Coco. Oh, if that's true, then that kind of means I have to break the rules. Because if the racing stage takes me there, that means I have to play as Crash. Oh, that's a little annoying. You know what? This is fine. We can at least do this one since Coco can at least ride on the Rex. The alien sign. Yeah. I forgot about that. You can access it in the Road Crash. Yeah. I forgot about that. So... yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, I for some reason I thought it was dynamite. For some reason I thought it was dynamite. I did that for nothing. Oh, crap. Well, this kinda breaks the rules. Because I have to do this with only Coco, and since Coco can't do this stage... would that technically mean Hot Coco can't be done? Or shouldn't be allowed to be played? I mean, it is her stage, but still. Okay, so hit the alien sign and we'll go... and there it is. And there it is. Hot Coco. Jeez, jeez. I completely forgot that was the stage I was supposed to do. I love you too, Isabel. Thanks for the reminder, Isabel. Because that was a little bit annoying. It's time for some Hot Coco. She's a hot Coco. Oh, she's a hot Coco. Jeez, one checkpoint after another. Okay. See that shark there. I didn't even see that shark there. He literally blended in the water. I didn't even see him there. Well, that shark just had a that shark had a delicious Coco for dinner. Oh, I do not like those nitros. Oh, those nitros are in a those nitros, and the damn controls on this friggin' ski doesn't help much. Are there any characters Cortex didn't create in Crash? Entropy, I don't think, because I think Uka found him. But yes, a lot of the characters are made by Cortex. Crash and Coco and Crunch are all created by Cortex. Dingo Dial was created by Cortex. Rillaroo was created by Cortex. Koala Kong and Tiny Tiger were all made by him. Even Rillaroo, that one character you see in Crash Bash, was even made by Cortex. Cortex created his own niece. I'm not sure how Nina came to be. I'm not sure how Nina came to be. That would kind of be kind of creepy if he did create his own niece. She did debut in Crash Twinsanity, so, you know, you'd think they would have gone over her backstory. Ripperoo, the crazed kangaroo, was made by Cortex. I think the Komodo brothers were also made. Komodo Mo and Joe were also made by Cortex. So, long story short, all the mutant animal bosses that we see are probably most likely made by Cortex. Because he did want to create like an animal army. He did want to create like an animal army, and he wanted Crash to be the leader or the general of his army. So I guess you could say it shouldn't be that major of a surprise that all the animals were made by him. All the mutant animals that were all created by him. Nina appears in the 200% ending in Crash 4. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but the game she debuted in was Crash Twinsanity. She was at like an evil academy, like a school of like. She was at like a school that was for Evil Academy. Doesn't Hot Coco have a glitch to get the relic? Yes, but I can't do it. It's really hard to do. Yes, there's a glitch in Hot Coco where if you can somehow hit the nitros at, like, this nitro detonator got rid of the nitros at the start, because technically if you, where you start in the level is also where the end of the level is, and if you could pull off a glitch, and there's a glitch you can pull off that if you can get Coco in the right position, you can hit the nitros. You can hit the nitros without dying. And then you can and then you can hit then you can hit the relic timer and then get to the end, and then you'll get the platinum relic that quickly. I'm missing one crate somewhere. Where are you? I don't know why. I don't know why I felt like getting all the crates in this level for some weird reason, but I just did. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my god! It was hid. Oh my god! It was right there. It was hidden under the water. What a wow! That was a jerkish place to put it. That's actually a really jerkish place to put one. PS1, it's easy. Yeah, it's such an evil. That is such an evil spot to put a crate. Oh wait, it literally teaches you to press up to dive deeper. There we go, gotcha. Yeah, that's a pretty evil spot to put a box. Just hide it underwater so you would probably not see it. And there we go, that's how Coco done. So that is now every stage we can possibly play as Coco. Done. I had to break the rules. I had to break the rules to do Hot Coco, but the whole can you beat a game with just Coco is technically impossible anyway, so I'm allowed some leeway. So I'm allowed some leeway for that. So the level count in total Coco couldn't do. So by the time I started Crash 3, we're at 22 stages Coco couldn't do. So the full counter, now that this challenge is over, our full counter of levels that Coco can't play. In Crash 4, she can't play 14 levels because majority of those levels are exclusive to other characters. Crash Bandicoot 1, she can't play 2 levels because both of them are the hog levels. Crash 2, she can't play 6 levels because majority of them are polar stages. And in this game, she can't play a total of Under Pressure, which is 1. That's the only level she can't do in this one, so that's 1. So that puts it at 23. $24. So that's 24. $25. 26. I think she can do every stage here. Because Bye Bye Blimps is kind of her level. Yep, she can do every stage. Yeah, she can do every stage in World 4. So that's 26 so far. $27. and plus area 51. Plus area 51, that is a total of 28 levels. And plus area 51, since you can't do that because that's also a racing stage, that puts us at a total of 28 levels Coco cannot play in every Crash game overall. Not counting any of the bosses. Because if we're counting bosses, then then that just increases it even more. So, I say we wrap this up in the best way possible. We meet my boy Dingo Dial one final time, just like in Crash 2, how I played my favorite boss of Crash 2. Let's meet up with my boy Dingo. Hey Penta. Butter. I'm gonna make toast. Dingo, dingo, dingo dial. Yeah. Come on, Dingo. Toothy grins and dry your bubbles and broils your skin. Set the fire, spread the flame. You'll know my name. Oh, you Dally, you're mighty doll. I'm gonna play footy with your skull. On the attack. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. From the outback. Dingo, dingo, dingo. Never smile at a dingo doll. No, you can't be friendly with a dingo doll. Better run, run away, say goodbye and good day. Get them clear the aisle. It's Dingo Dial. Mate, now I'm wrapped. Dingo Dial snapped. Spread the butter, spread the jam. That'll taste bloody sick with ham. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Never smile at a dingo doll. No, you can't be friendly with a dingo doll. No, you can't be friendly with Dingo Dial.
No worries. You'll soon be up against much worse.
I never get tired of. I am never tired of that. Thanks, Dingo. Thanks for the entertainment. And after that game, and after that thrashing, he retires and starts up a diner called Dingo's Diner. Oh, that's a good. Oh, that was fun. I love Dingo. Not just because he has an Australian accent. He's just a cool character. So that is the end of this stream, guys. Coco, your phone rings so often. That is the end of this stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little challenge. So a total of 28 levels we cannot beat as Coco. I have to admit, that's actually not a terrible number. 28. That's actually not a terrible number. I actually thought it was going to be way more. I definitely thought it was going to be way more. But I guess that's if you include all the bosses that she can't fight. Then it would be a lot more. But that's why I decided to have leeway and be like, you know what? I won't include the bosses because then that would just be be a bit unfair. So 28 stages you can't beat as Coco. I have to say that's kind of actually fair. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I didn't know you could mess with that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys, and see you all next time.